Hey, this is John. Before we get started, please do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we can help raise money to get beginners into affordable instruments and free one-on-one lessons. If that sounds interesting to you, check out the Patreon in the link below and enjoy the video. So today we're going to debut a new show on the channel called Number One Song. On the Hot 100 charts today was The Weeknd's remix of Save Your Tears with Ariana Grande. So I'm going to give you a real quick, easy guitar tutorial on how to play it. Let's get started. Look below and find the link to download the sheet music for this lesson. Let's go through all the chords that are going to be in the song real quick. We've got a C, we've got A minor, we've got E minor, and we've got G, a D minor, and then an F with a C bass. So the intro is going to be 4 bars of the C chord, and then on the last bar, we're going to leave off the last 8th note to have as a pause. So it's going to be all down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up for these 4 bars. So the intro will sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you notice that pause right there at the end. Now the first verse, the one the Weeknd sings, is going to be the C to A minor to E minor to G pattern. And you can play them open chords, or you might want to try palm muting it, especially if you're playing with somebody that's singing. So what would the palm muting sound like? The palm muting is going to sound like this. And you get that sound by putting the edge of your palm right in front of the bridge. You might have to find that spot, but it's usually about 1 inch or ½ inch right in front of the bridge, and it gives you that sound that's sort of percussive. And for these palm muted parts, you're really just going to focus on the bass strings for these chords. So for instance, for the C, I'm really only playing the 5th and 4th strings. So that pattern is going to repeat 4 times. It's going to be C, A minor, E minor, and G. And I'll go through two repetitions of it right now. And this will be the verse that the Weeknd sings. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it repeats. So after the first verse, we have the first pre-chorus. And that's going to go from D minor to A minor to F to G. And those are going to be all palm muted downstrokes. So let's hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the pre-chorus. Next, we're going to go into the chorus, and that's going to be an open C for a whole note open C, and then a whole note open A minor, and then we're going to go into E minor and G, and those we're going to strum openly, all those chords. So that'll sound like this. So the second time through, you heard me do the different rhythm on the G, and that's going to be 2/8 notes with a mute, and then 2/8 notes. So that will sound like this. So let's do that whole chorus again. C, A minor, E minor, and G, and it's going to repeat. And then the second time, we'll do this rhythm on the G. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's move to the second verse. Now the second verse, the remix is a little different. There's typically 2 verses before the first chorus in this song, but the second verse is where Ariana Grande starts singing. And it's going to be the same pattern as the first verse. So it's going to be C, A minor, E minor, and G. And it's going to do that 4 times again. So I'll go ahead and play 2 repetitions with the palm muting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the second pre-chorus has the same chords as the first pre-chorus, but you're going to hold the third chord for 2 extra beats. So when it comes to the F, you're going to hold it for a 6 count, and then you're going to do 2 counts on the G. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice that 2 extra beats on the F and then just 2 beats on the G chord. And this, again, this is all 8th notes. So the second half of the pre-chorus will be the same as the first pre-chorus, where every chord gets 4 beats. So now I'm going to play that whole pre-chorus section. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the second pre-chorus. And next, it's going to go into a chorus. Same progression and same timing as the previous chorus. You're going to have a C chord for a whole measure, an A minor chord for a whole measure, and then it's going to strum on E minor and G. Now it's going to do that 2 times, and the second time through, instead of having the beat going, it's actually on the song just a kick drum. So you can actually sort of mimic that just by going. So let's go ahead and play that all the way through. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And the next part it's going to go to is a keyboard melody. There's no guitar, so to speak, in this part here, but if you want to play the chords behind it, it's the same as the verse was. So you're just looking at C, A minor, E minor, G. And that pattern will repeat. Next thing, it's going to an outro. An outro is just going to be the same chords as a normal verse is. And then at the very end, when he sings a cappella, there's really no music there, but if you want to, you can play the chords underneath it, which are going to be the first 2 chords of the verse. So we'll go ahead and play 1 time through of the outro, and then I'll play the very ending. So it'll sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it ends there, sort of unresolved sounding on the A minor. So that is the Save Your Tears remix by The Weeknd and Ariana Grande, our first song in the new series, #1 song. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to download the lesson material right down below, and like and subscribe, ring the bell, all that. If we can get 1,000 subscribers, we can help monetize some free one-on-one lessons for beginners and get them into some cheap instruments. If you'd like to learn more about that, check out the Patreon down below. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.